For Toledo, anywhere is a bowl trip. For Appalachian State, well, they're in North Carolina. They have to go to Montgomery, Alabama for their bowl trip. Yeah. Don't know that that's necessarily a reward for App State, but they do continue to play football at 9-3. Both teams actually at 9-3. Entertaining game here. Raycom Media, and if you remember Raycom Media, I no longer get that network, but man, that harkens me back to childhood, catching those minor bowl games, the Blue Bonnet Bowl, the Garden State Bowl on Raycom TV. Anyway, Raycom Media, Camelia Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama, App State and Toledo. Should be a good one. Marcus Cox, let's start with him. He's the second leading rusher for Appalachian State, but he's the all-time leading rusher at the school. Okay, Appalachian State, of course, hit the map in College Football Nation on that opening Thursday night as they almost upset the Tennessee Vols in Knoxville. Josh Dobbs fumbled. App State couldn't get on it. Alvin Kamara did, and Tennessee survived. They played Miami. The odds makers thought that was going to be a close game. I did not, and App State got drilled in that one. They also almost had a perfect season in the Sun Belt and would have won the conference championship. We'll get to that in just a minute. Jalen Moore is actually the leading rusher this season and the leading rusher in the Sun Belt, 1,367 yards. So the Rockets will have to contend with him. All right, this team lost to Ohio U in last year's bowl game, 31-29 on a last-second field goal, their second bowl appearance, so they should be highly motivated to get the program's first bowl win. They throw the football with Taylor Lamb almost consistently. I haven't seen a stat line like this. If you go through the 12 games, almost 20 to 25 times every game. That's what it is with Taylor Lamb at quarterback. He completed 62% of his passes, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That was good enough for third in Sun Belt passing efficiency. He likes to hit junior wide receiver Shadon Meadows, who caught 43 for 16-plus per catch. Nobody else on the roster caught more than 24 passes. So Shadon Meadows is your guy. He was fourth in the Sun Belt in receiving yards this season. And Taylor Lamb not only throws it 20 to 25 times per game, but he's a fourth-year starter. And in the 4 years, now 3 seasons actually, as the starting quarterback at App State, has thrown it 295, 283, and 293 times every season. All right. On the defensive side for App State, Kenan Gilchrist, the linebacker, had 80 stops, 11 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. Look out for Antonius Sims. He had 31 stops. He was in the top 3, in the top 10, actually, in Sun Belt Conference in both tackles for loss and for sacks. Clifton Duck, we saw him against Miami, and that was really the one game that I saw. I didn't see much of the Tennessee game, but I watched App State take on Miami, and they were outclassed physically up front. 5 interceptions for Clifton Duck and 54 catches. This Toledo team's pretty impressive. Yeah, they got drilled by Western Michigan, as most teams did this season, to conclude their year 55-35. They lost a close game against Ohio. We have one common opponent on the schedule. They both played Akron. Toledo just annihilated Akron 48-17. App State had a difficult time with the Zeps 42-35. They should have both played Arkansas State, so get this. Toledo out of the MAC played Arkansas State, of course. They won that game in the opener 31-10. App State and Arkansas State only tied for the Sun Belt Championship, but they didn't play. They should have played. They both went 7-1 in the conference. Logan Woodside's your guy on offense for Toledo. He makes it all happen. He is second in the nation behind Baker Mayfield in pass efficiency. This is going to be the first extended time I've gotten to see him play start to finish. I saw a lot of the BYU game, a very entertaining contest at 55-53. Logan Woodside, 43 touchdowns, 9 picks, almost 4,000 yards passing. Kareem Hunt is listed right now by most NFL draft gurus as a top 15 running back who will probably slide to free agency. Ran for 1,300 plus yards, 8 touchdowns. He's a kid that's run for 43 touchdowns in his career, has had a remarkable stay at Toledo, 4,800 yards rushing. Cody Thompson at the wide receiver spot, has had a tremendous season with 1,100 yards receiving and 10 touchdowns. And then we've got Michael Roberts, a senior tight end out of Cleveland, who caught 15 touchdowns, the tight end. Defensively for the Rockets, look out for these two guys making plays in the opponent's backfield. John Stepek, 14.5 tackles for loss and 5 sacks. Jawan Woodley, who had 11.5 tackles for loss. Again, the one common opponent, Akron. Toledo looked more impressive. They took care of the co-conference champion in the Sun Belt. Therefore, I do like the Rockets and was a bit surprised to see it a pick'em game. Take Toledo, pick'em game over App State at the Camelia Bowl. We always invite your comments, your questions concerning college football, this game, many more as we carve through bowl season right here on Mark Rogers TV.